to start with 2 tennis balls or lacrosse balls, and we're going to also get a pillowcase. What we're going to do with the pillowcase is place the 2 tennis balls or lacrosse balls right into the corner. Try to shove it up as close as you can into that corner, because what we're doing here is we're making what's called a peanut. So we're going to take the other excess part of the pillowcase and really twist it up tight, because we want to try to get the tennis balls again as close together as possible and really tie in that knot very well. And I'll show you what it's going to look like in just a moment here. So they should be nice and close together like this. So when you're all finished with that, I'm going to show you where we're going to place it. So we're going to take that peanut and have either tennis ball on each side of your spine. So your spine is going to be right in the middle between the 2 tennis balls. So you're going to lie it right on the top between your shoulder blades here. And we're going to reach our arms up, and when it comes down, try to get your forearms on the floor. So the entire time, ideally, try to keep your forearms on the back of the floor. I'm showing you all different angles here. And I have my back really arched here. Please do not feel like you have to arch your back this much. By arching my back, I put a little bit more weight on the muscles, and for me, I get a better release that way. Now we're going to switch into what I like to call swimmer's arms. So you're going to hold each arm almost like a scissor motion, and make sure to try to touch at least your hands onto the floor. So don't cheat and hover either arm off the floor. You really want to try to focus on getting that full range of motion so that you're working the muscles optimally. Now we're going to switch things up. Hug yourself. Basically think of that, and really try to cross your elbows as much as you can. Now every time you're going to switch elbows. So if your left was over your right, right over your left. Now left on top and right on top, and keep switching. Now place it a little bit back. Now I was on hardwood, so it was harder for me to put it lower down my spine. But if you're on carpet, you'd be able to just shift your whole body upward, and that would stay down. Now just repeat the 3 movements. I'm going a little slower here, notice, because if you're feeling a little bit more pain in this area too, me as well. So where you want both the tennis balls is right smack in the middle between both your shoulder blades. So I encourage you to really focus on your breath here to really help to distract you from the pain as you try to keep your forearms flat along the floor. So notice how towards the end, when I'm bringing my elbows towards my hips, my forearms are kind of popping off the floor. They were in the last one anyways. But really try to focus on keeping everything flat despite the pain. Now, if it is over a 7 out of 10 pain, according to your pain scale, so 0 is absolutely no pain at all, 10 being the worst pain you can imagine, is I have to call 911 right now and get you to the hospital, do not pass a 7. Okay, so it's just something to keep in mind. And also too, you might feel what's called referred pain. Now again, do the swimmer switch. So referred pain is active trigger points that are sending pain elsewhere other than where you're getting worked on. So we are working on the middle of your shoulder blades. Obviously you can feel both of the tennis balls there, but you might also feel pain down your arm, traveling down your arm, that sort of thing. Okay, so don't be alarmed by that. You're doing great work if that's the case. Again, hug yourself, love yourself, and switch your elbows back and forth every time. Make sure not to cheat. Make sure to touch the elbows fully onto the floor. And don't cheat as well when you're crossing over your chest. Really try to cross over as much as you can. We're going to move it down a little bit more. So this will be the last position. You should be right almost at the bottom corners of your shoulder blades. And again, repeat all 3 of those movements again. So keeping your forearms along the floor, elbows to your hips, reach your arms up by your ears, elbows by your hips. Just keep doing that motion. Remember to breathe. in and out, using your belly. And pain should not be over a 7 out of 10. Just a few more here. And again, you'll notice I'm going a little bit faster this time because it's not as painful for me. But for you, if it's just as painful as the one before, pause the video, take your time, do 10 of each movement, and catch back up to where we left off. And now we've switched into swimmer switches here. Nice, slow, and controlled. Please do not let your hands hover off the floor. Please make contact with the floor again for the purpose of really making sure you're going through that full range of motion and really making sure you're working that muscle and getting rid of any tension points. We'll finish off with our last set here, crossing our arms over our chest. Elbows on the floor. Really go through the motion. You're doing a great job. And just our last few here, really make it count. Now we're going to pull the tennis balls from underneath us. So if it's on top, the excess bit, pull it out from top. I'll also show you from a different angle. Grab it from the bottom and again, pull it from underneath you. Now let's switch it up here. Grab yourself a Thera-band or an elastic band that you have around the house because we're going to work on strengthening those muscles between your shoulder blades. So you're going to pinch the band between your thumb and your index finger. Do not lift your shoulders towards your ears. Really focus on pulling your shoulder blades down towards your tailbone. Now, when you're doing this motion, the shoulder blades are what's doing the majority of the movement. So you're trying to squeeze your shoulder blades together as much as you can, thinking of pinching a sheet of paper between your shoulder blades to the point you're able to actually hold them. I also don't want you to be arching your back like this. Really try to keep your back nice and straight like I'm showing here. And again, only using the shoulder blades to squeeze back. So we're going to continue to squeeze our shoulder blades towards each other. And also, again, remembering to bring them down towards your tailbone. Your wrists will be below your shoulder blades to keep them from going up towards your ears. Now you notice I did make a fist now, but my thumbs are pointing towards the direction I'm looking. This is to work a different muscle compared to if I were to put my thumbs facing backwards. We'll do that next. But in the meantime, just to take a little bit of a break, you're going to shake everything out. We're really starting to call the blood to the area. That burn you're feeling is known as a lactic acid burn. We're just waking up those muscles because oftentimes, like I said, these muscles tend to be weak, not actually needing to be stretched. So that's why we just released them and now we're strengthening them. So grabbing, making a fist, your thumbs are back now. You're going to notice I do a little bit of an adjustment here, and it's because it wasn't tight enough for me. So all you have to do to tighten it or increase the difficulty for yourself is just bring your hands closer together on the band. So again, same principles here, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Remember, it's the shoulder blades that you're moving and squeezing together that is doing that motion of your arms and bring them back. It's not your arms that is moving that are moving back. It's your shoulder blades that are squeezing back. Again, think about holding that sheet of paper between both of your shoulder blades. Now take a little bit of a break here, relax after controlling that movement, really shake it out. And what we're going to do here is something a little bit different. So you're going to keep both your elbows by your side. Now we're going to move the right arm first. So you're going to try to rotate out and keep your elbow as close as you can to your side. So don't put your shoulder towards your ear. Really focus on pressing your shoulder down, and your shoulder blade is squeezing back, and that is what is opening up your arm. Your arm is not doing the movement. Your shoulder blade is being squeezed towards your spine to do the movement. So the other arm is just staying straight. It's holding that tension. So you're also working both sides at the same time. And squeezing back. Try to keep your elbow as close as you can to your side. And control the movement both ways. So really control it a few seconds out, hold it, and control a few seconds back. Please do not allow the band resistance to fling your arm back towards the front. Really control it. And now we'll switch to the other side. So same exact thing on the other side. It's that shoulder blade that's being squeezed towards your side. And again, I'm giving the example, do not allow your shoulder to be brought towards your ear. Always think to yourself, pull your shoulder blade back towards your spine as if it's being pulled down towards your tailbone. Now control that back in. Again, don't let it fling back. Really focus on doing that shoulder blade movement, controlling each movement, rotating out, and gently rotating back in. Don't forget to breathe here. And now we're going to stretch that tension. So there's a difference between just stretching when it's already stretched and stretching after we've worked the muscles, because now we're doing this to help with muscle recovery and stuff. So you're not as sore the next day. So you might have or experience tomorrow what's called DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness. So you might not be sore now, but you actually might feel a little bit of tenderness, and that's because the muscle is actually broken down very slightly, and that is because it needs to be repaired after that work and mechanical stress that was placed upon it. But that's good, because that means you're going to be stronger, your shoulder blades are going to be held more upright, so your posture is going to be much better. Just do a couple more here. So really try to tuck your chin towards your chest, really open up your shoulder blades apart from each other, and squeeze it back. Now, well, actually, we're going to place the band right behind the base of our skull and hold it up. And we're going to bring our head back to now strengthen the muscles in the back of our neck. Because with this new upright position, hold a nice good posture, we also want to keep those muscles behind our neck nice and strong and upright. And again, really our main focus here though is to bring blood flow to the area. It's really not about strengthening too much for this one, because we're not stacking on the amount of repetitions we're doing. We're just doing a couple quick repetitions in a row to get the blood attracted to the back of the neck, because we have muscles called upper fiber of trap muscles that attach into the top of the shoulder blade. So we just want to make sure that they're getting some loving too. We're just going to do 4 more here. Really kind of control the movement. Again, it's not about bringing your neck, cranking it right back to look up towards the ceiling. You're just doing it to stimulate the muscles, to attract the blood to the back of your neck, just to really complete the blood flow to the muscles that attach into the shoulder blades. Now we're going to get rid of the band, because I'm going to show you how to strengthen the deep neck flexors of the neck. So we're going to gently and controlled do a tuck of your chin towards your chest. Now see that muscle that I made pop out the side of my neck? That's called the sternocleidomastoid. We do not want that muscle contracting to bring our neck forward. So place your index finger and your thumb right beside your throat. Basically, that's where that muscle lays, and you want to make sure you're not feeling any muscle pop up into that. So you're very slowly and controlling that movement of tucking your chin towards your chest. So it's going to take you about 3 seconds to tuck your chin as far as you can, just before you start to feel the muscles pop into your hands. And then you're going to control the movement up after holding it for a few seconds. So now slowly tuck, 3 seconds. Now hold for 3 and recover for 3 seconds. you may notice a slight warmth starting to develop right behind your throat. So these deep neck flexor muscles are the only muscle group that attach right into the front of the spine of your neck. So that sternocleidomastoid or those upper fiber trap muscles we were working on do not attach on anywhere to the neck and the spine itself, which makes your neck compress sometimes. So that's why we had to go ahead and strengthen these muscles as well, because sometimes this lack of strength of these muscles can contribute to tightness of your shoulder blades. We'll just do a few more here. Now, fun fact is you can do these any time of day. You can do it while you're taking a break sitting at your desk. You can do this while you're waiting for your coffee in the lineup in the morning or at night. Just really try to incorporate this into your everyday. Now, anyways, I want to thank you for watching this video and taking time. And please subscribe for more videos like this. And please leave me a suggestion if you would want me to make a video about anything specific.